So many series and all these theories, I'm losing my mind. I've lost track of time. How can I watch them all? Oh! 2, 3, 4.
Hey guys, and welcome to Hey guys, and welcome to RANDIME. It's a random review show where we watch an episode of anime. It's random show, random episode, and we give you some, give you a little review about what's going on in it.
We don't give you advice.
We don't give you advice. I'm EJ,
And I'm Chris.
and here we go. This week's episode was episode 18 from a show called Speedgrapher. The
Not
episode,
pronounced that way.
I think it is.
There's a space.
Speedgrapher.
Speedgrapher. All right.
Episode 18, Fates and Fists. So first off, Chris, what did you think of this episode?
Well, the main character, Saiga, was a pedophile.
Yeah, that's to be debated, I guess. We don't know.
Well, he holds back, but he definitely urges.
It's yet to be seen. She was 17 in the show.
No, she was 15.
I think she was 17.
I wrote it down.
I wrote down 17.
What the fuck?
For me, I thought it was an interesting episode. A little confusing with some of the characters, and we'll definitely get into some of the characters that we saw, because let me tell you, there were some fucking characters in this episode. Just so you know, there will be spoilers in this show. We didn't see the first 17 episodes or the last 5, maybe 7. I don't remember how many there are. But just so you know, for this episode and anything else we discuss, spoiler heavy. So the next question I want to ask is, what did you think of the opening song?
It's a nice little ditty. Not really anything spectacular.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way. It felt like it was too simple with the music. They didn't really take a daring choice. It was even, I'd say low par for some of the other ones we've watched. I did say the visuals were pretty nice, though. I feel like they did a good job with what I was looking at. Just the sound left more to be wanted, I would say. I felt in the beginning, as I kind of confused, they're showing a lot of characters that didn't really get any payoff in the rest of the episode. They cut to this guy fishing. He's the main character. That was...
The fisherman?
That was him. That was,
Oh, Saiga. I thought you meant the old fisherman.
Saiga was no. Saiga was, fishing. I was like, okay, I guess this thing's about a fisherman. This guy's probably undercover or something. They show Saiga. It's like, okay, I guess maybe this is about this guy. He's getting the most screen time out of anybody. Everyone's kind of pushing around him. Him and Kagura don't really know what's going on. This guy's undercover. They mentioned some sort of like terrorist attack. It sounds like maybe he's got some evidence on it, maybe, because they keep saying he's a journalist. I figured, he must have had some information. And then I guess there's Kagura's story, which is she's supposed to be the bride of some big-time politician, maybe? I forgot who she's supposed to be getting married to, but obviously they're on the run, and they're kind of hiding out. But, so I guess to build on that is, do you think you can understand and explain what's happened so far and give an idea of what you think is going to happen next?
I don't even know what's going on with that nose strap guy. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I really wanted to delve into that character.
Yeah, super smell.
I was hoping...
Which you'd think a strap covering your nose would inhibit you.
I've seen an eye patch.
Is that the right word?
I've seen, a mouth restraint. I've seen, amputee, I don't know what you call those kind of pieces that people put on their legs and arms.
Prosthetic.
Prosthetic. But I have never seen in my entire life someone wearing a nose patch.
They sell nose warmers. That's what that is. That's a nose warmer.
That's a nose warmer?
I mean, that's not in the context of the show, but in reality, that's a thing. It's a sad, sad thing.
No, they say I smell blood, sweat, and tears or something. It's like, that's the smell of money.
In this office room?
Which is probably is the smell of money, because people are doing a bunch of drugs with money, and they're also spilling a lot of blood on their money when they kill people. And they use the money like napkins, because those dollar bills aren't worth as much as they used to be.
He's a ridiculous character.
I would have liked to have seen more of that, which I guess goes into like, who's your favorite character? For me, it's going to be the Sniffer. You can't have a character come in with a nose patch and not be your favorite character. So that's going to be me. You got anybody you want to talk about?
I liked what's his name? sorry, Representative Ochi, or Ochie, only because he's staunchly against government corruption, yet has a room for himself dedicated to a boxing ring.
Yeah, he might use his own money for that. He's a Japanese, I don't know what the equivalent of Congress is there, but a representative, I guess, is enough.
Ninja.
I don't think that's what it is. He was jacked.
Oh my god.
That man was fucking stacked. I gotta say, Saiga put up a good fight against Representative Ochi.
Which I guess, I mean, I can't say it's not in his character since I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
I mean, he's supposed to be a photographer.
I was surprised that he held his own in that, because that guy,
Yeah.
you know, was fucking huge. And it looks to me he'd been training for a long amount of time, and they had his, you know, his boxing coach there and everything.
And he probably has about 10 grand in just stereo equipment to listen to.
Oh my gosh, what the hell was going on in that scene? Were they just playing white noise while they talked? No, it wasn't. I'm sorry.
It
They
was a
played.
famous
What was that guy's name?
orchestral.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
I didn't. I can't remember. It's everyone knows it.
Oh fuck. But in that they kind of talk about what was like they have like secrets going on. They're like sharing
Gonna
secrets.
take down the government.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about in the ring. It felt like, but there was like another thing they talked about
Oh yeah.
in the room.
There's something that
But because the whole thing, I guess, in this show is that there's
corruption with the PM and
government.
I guess the main bad guy, Suitanga. That's not how it's said.
I
Suitanga.
don't know that guy. Was that the guy who had the nose person?
That's who had the nose,
Okay.
who worked for.
Yeah.
Suitanga OG.
Yeah. So that guy's bad news for the main character. I don't really get what's going on with that. But
Again, we have about 1/26 of the story
yeah,
here.
sure. But just to build off of what I think is going
24.
on, I'm really curious to wonder is Ochie gonna be a good guy? You think he's gonna stand with it, or is he gonna have like a moment at the end where he's like, "Hey, we got rid of all the corruption. Now I'm gonna be the corrupt guy." Or you think he's gonna stick with his morals and really be some sort of good representative? Because the idea is that they're gonna take down a large part of the government, the police. They're gonna have to rally all the citizens to stand behind somebody. It ain't gonna be Saiga, I tell you that. That guy's a pushover.
You got that from this? He's a pushover?
He's probably not that much of a pushover. I guess he's not a pushover after a 15-year-old tried to coerce him for sex, but...
Good for him.
Yeah, we stand by that. No sex with minors.
Hero of the day. He did not. I mean, he could have.
He could have. He had the option to, and he didn't. He walked away. So I'll talk about my favorite scene now, which was when Saiga and Kagura are being transported by the fisherman. Friendly fisherman supposed to be taking them around, and they get abducted by seemingly Eastern European nationalists, and they storm the boat, and the first thing it says is, "These guys aren't Japanese." It's like, how could you tell? I guess I don't know.
He has blonde eyebrows. That's enough.
Ugh, but that was pretty funny. Favorite scene, Chris? You got anything? You can definitely.
There's so many scenes. That is.
Let's go. Least favorite character. I know.
Nose strap.
Nose strap?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Damn.
It's a dumb-looking character design.
I'm not gonna say it's a great character design, but I feel like you gotta take what you can get in this.
It doesn't even make sense for the character.
It doesn't.
It's supposed
Why
to
would you
smell
have
better.
something that would block your nose?
Yeah.
If your nose is that strong, you gotta have it covered up a little bit so you're not just smelling everyone's farts all day.
I smell everything.
It's a blessing and a curse these days. My least favorite character has gotta be that guy who's probably a traitor. I don't even know his name because he's a fucking loser.
Nishimiya.
Yeah, I guess it's him. He definitely had a scene where they're like, "Yeah, it's good. We got, I'm glad we're gonna be able to get away." And he's in the background like,
Is that the one shot where they do the?
Yeah, they real cut
I love that.
It's like, yeah, this guy's definitely a
blackens
good guy.
right around his eyes.
Yeah, it's like,
That's
who the fuck
great.
is this guy? He's evil.
That's such a trope.
And then he comes in the final bit of the episode and he's like, "Hey,
to deliver
just to let you know,
the most cryptic line.
If you don't testify in this court case, you're gonna die, and Saiga's gonna lose his eyes." What a bunch of shit. Anything else you got to say?
I mean, it's definitely pronounced Speedgrafer.
So I'm pretty sure it's Speedgrapher, only for the purpose of this guy, Saiga,
He's a photographer.
Is a photographer.
Yeah.
So I thought...
He doesn't have a camera on him.
He doesn't. I'm wondering
He's on the run.
If he took some sort of picture.
Yeah, that's
and
what
he's
I
on the
figured.
run, so he's got to be speedy and quick. But he's still got to keep his job as a photographer, and he still has to get those photos in every once in a while to meet his deadlines. Otherwise,
I don't think he's still
Mr.
working right now.
All right. What you think about the ending song?
It was nothing. It was nothing.
The ending song felt pretty weak in this one. All right. Chris. So last question is, everyone's been waiting for this one. Will you go back and watch the rest of the episode? There you have it, folks. It's probably going to be a no for me. This really didn't hold my attention that well.
Everyone knows an anime is supposed to catch you by episode 18.
Yeah, if you ain't got putting something going on in episode 18, I ain't interested. I'm not biting.
What are you doing?
I'd go back and watch Caligula, to be honest, number one, over Speed Griffer. I think Caligula at least had some stuff going on for it.
Caligula had a better color palette too.
Yeah,
this is very
show
brown.
Felt boring. I guess the issue, though, the difference probably I'd say is this show had a more realistic demeanor. It was more closer to reality, I guess I would say.
Than Caligula, which was a show about virtual reality.
I understand. But maybe that's why they had a more subdued color palette to make things kind of feel more like the real world, where
it looked like
colors aren't always so bright.
It looked like a mix between, I don't know if you've seen either of those, but the faces were kind of ugly enough to look like kaiji, at least in the beginning. You never saw that one?
Nope.
But the color palette and realism looked like Jormungand. All right.
Don't know that one either. But for all you experts out there, I'm sure you got that reference. I think I said I ain't gonna watch it. I ain't gonna watch it this time, guys. I don't know. How many times can you make a good show about a journalist? I feel like
there's more than that. He's gonna lose his eyesight if Kagura dies.
Yeah, but
maybe.
It's so cryptic some of the times. I understand we're in episode 18, but you don't need to be this cryptic about stuff. That, and I was hoping to really see some action. The fight scene was a little okay with the boxing match, but that was more of a conversation than it was a fight. It was more about, I'm testing you and your character, not we're going to see who's a better puncher. Because, he lost. He lost to Representative Ochie. He took a big hit. They both took big hits in the end, but the representative was standing over him. Yeah. Helped him up. Saigo's a loser. He lost the fight, and that's what he's not gonna be able to protect Kagura. They're gonna have to hand her over to the Lycodonians or whatever those guys were. So we gave our take on what we think the plot is. This is what it's actually about. So Speed Griffer follows the exploits of former war photographer Tatsumi Saiga, who investigates a secret fetish club. I didn't see that one coming. Right. He tries to photograph the club's goddess, a 15-year-old exploited girl named Kagura, but is discovered. As he's about to get killed, Kagura kisses him. That's not allowed. Granting him the ability to destroy anything he photographs. All right, this threw out all the reality I thought there was in this show. So Saiga soon discovers that Kagura's body fluids, like her saliva,
my God,
in combination with a certain virus, can give people bizarre abilities relating to their secret desires, fetishes, and obsessions. Chris, I did not see this one coming. We got to delve.
We're off.
Do you think anybody that we saw in this show had something enhanced? I'm going to say that obviously the nose, that guy probably stuck his nose somewhere where he shouldn't have been putting it. And that's why he could smell so good, is he was getting those juices in that schnoz.
God.
The ending is the world collapses into a financial crisis, but Saiga and Kagura finally reunite, no longer under the threat of attack. Still illegal to be together, though. She's not of age yet. But we'll overlook it for now until maybe she gets of age and she can get her juices under control. I was pretty surprised to hear that that's what this show was about, because it is not what I imagined. I thought this was going to be like a political drama where Saiga got some information maybe about one of these big criminal crime groups performing some sort of terrorist action and trying to overthrow the government. Little do I know, the real story is about juices and fluids and special noses and eyes. Is that true? That most of you...
If you lose your smell, you can't taste.
this just in, folks. If you lose your sense of smell, you probably will have a hard time tasting all your favorite treats.
You use odd words. Treats.
But there you have it.
From here to the darkest reaches of space, friendship